So I'm Jared, and this is Gimmick for the NES. It is barely an NES game. It was only released in Scandinavia. It was also released in Japan for the Famicom, and that's the version I'm playing here. I'm playing off a cartridge, but I'm playing through a hardware emulator, the Retron 5. So this version is not perfectly emulated, but it's pretty well done. I do own the cartridge, and I'm playing off that. And the reason I'm doing this one is to test out my new streaming rig and seeing how I can do with that. Oh, your sound is getting lost in the space you're in. Yeah, I know about that. There's going to need to be some work on that. There's not much I can do about the echo right now, but I will work on that for the next one. Oh, hi, kebabs. Anyway, so this is for something called ReCollection or ReCollection, which is an effort to rebuild my game collection one game at a time and share that with you as I do it. So this is Gimmick, one of my very, very favorite games. Now, by the way, the definitive video on Gimmick already exists. It's made by a man named Frank Cifaldi. It's on YouTube, and you should absolutely watch it because it's Frank playing this beautiful, wonderful game. He's playing in an emulator at a quarter speed, and then he speeds it up, and he annotates the whole thing. And it's so very good because this game is extraordinarily difficult. Much more difficult than it looks. So you're going to watch me die a lot. It's even more difficult to get to the final secret ending. But I think I'm talking enough here, so I'm going to jump in. Is that Chloe? Oh, hey, hi Chloe. Oh my gosh, you popped in. Greetings unto you. Chloe Rad, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, round of applause for Chloe. All right, let's pop in and play a video game. So this is Gimmick. He is very cute. In Scandinavia, he's called Mr. Gimmick. This is a very, very late NES game. Now, one of the first things you're going to notice about Gimmick that makes it truly exceptional is that it has physics. Now, you see these slide effects, how he just doesn't quite slow down yet. He's got his little Mega Man jump. It's very adorable. And Gimmick's main power is making these stars and throwing them around. Now, he uses the stars as weapons, but he can also jump on the stars generates and use them to propel him to higher heights. That is much harder than it looks because the stars do not slow down, there's no auto-targeting, and to get to most of the secrets in the game, you have to bounce off these stars. As you can see already, I'm really terrible at it. So that's the main mechanic. Here comes a bad guy right away. He's going to chase me all over the map. I'm going to run away from him if there's a star at him here. And yeah, I got rid of that guy. Okay, so far so good. Wish it were that easy. I get here on this conveyor belt. One thing you're probably noticing right off is that the music in Gimmick is bodacious. Now you see I can jump on his head, Mario 2 style, without dying, and get on top of some guys' heads. So I like games that allow me to do that. So I'm going to jump over here for a second. Oh, well, there are and already I've taken a hit because I'm terrible at video games. This will be a continual theme. Okay, so lots of secrets in Gimmick, and I've mentioned you can use the stars to get up to places. So right here, if I'm really careful and I do it just right, I can catch that or jump on top of that star and get up on that ledge to a secret area. The problem is it's really hard. So we're going to take a few shots at that. Oh, I already missed the timing on it. You can see what I'm trying to do here. So I like this game, one, for its extraordinary, like completely galling. Oh, that was the chance right there. Look at that. This is one of the easiest special jumps in the game, and I'm still failing it. So that gives you an idea of how. And I wonder if I should just go on and show you the rest. But I kind of want to get, the only way to get this, oh, look at that. I messed it up again. This is probably boring for you watching me do this over and over. So we're going to get back up here. I'm out of practice at Gimmick. It's been a while. What do you think? Should I try or not? I'm going to look here and see what the chat says. Jared, bad at games? Yes. All right. So we could, yeah. No, this is, so Gimmick is like if Kirby were ridiculously hard. And it doesn't look hard. Well, let's just go down and see it. We'll deal with the specials later. Okay, so we have physics. I can't stop. You see that? This game, an NES game with realistic physics. There's acceleration. There's physics for the objects bouncing around. There are effectively Havoc physics in an NES game, which is almost unthinkable. So right away, oh, look at there. I died. Yeah, oh, that's okay. We're going to try again. So yes, it is like Kirby and Mega Man, except harder than both. This game is significantly harder than Mega Man. And it doesn't look it, but it is. All right, let's get down here. Oh, try not to slide into the pit of death. Now, what we want to do is cross those. See the cute little... The enemies are not your main worry in this. It's the traps and the areas where you can just accelerate to death. So I'm going to put the star over my head. Oh, crap. You see I'm sliding down the hill there. I have a fireball. I have these special items I can use to kill enemies, but I only get to use them like once or twice. So you have to... Oh, and you see that. I love the Mega Man kind of death. All right. Oh, so you're eating a hunk of ham and Mauer? Thank you, Jen. I appreciate that. Kirby, is that you? No, this is... yeah, this is... he is kind of a charming little turd goblin, isn't he? This is Gimmick. Oh, there we go. We're just running right through. Oh, okay. Let's get that. We got a fireball. And we die on the spikes. Yeah, okay, so as you can see, I am truly an expert at Gimmick. Now, this is really, really easy compared to where Gimmick is. Oh, you see, there I did a star jump. I went back up the pipe. You can do all kinds of impossible things when you practice with the star jumps. But I am not good enough to do most of those things, which is why I probably should have chosen an easier game than Gimmick to do this. Is there any chance? Oh, look at that! I'm dead already. We'll go back to the beginning. I'd like to show the little video that tells the story of Gimmick because it's really adorable. I don't know why it's not playing here at the beginning. Let's see if we can get the video, or if it'll just... No, it's not doing it. There's this cute little video. It's a story. He's a little stuffed animal, and he has to rescue his friend that was stolen. I might have to, like, if I hard reboot the game, I think it'll show it. Oh, there's a potion somebody dropped. All right, so let's see if we can get up here and get the secret, or if I should just give up on that. I have a pile of games here, so we can try... Oh, gosh. Again, I promise you, I'm not just terrible at this. I mean, I am terrible, but it's also redonkulously hard to get the timing on this right, unless you practice all the time. I have... Oh, there we go. Oh, no! No! I failed! It's so... I love the word redonkulous, by the way. It's a great word. Alright, let's see. Probably what I should do is just get it when it comes back up here. I think I am going about this wrong. I should be bouncing on it when it comes back up. Once you're on the star, it's not that hard to do. It's just getting on the star. See, this is the problem with teaching, is that you want the example to be involving, but what fun is there in watching some, idiot just try to jump on the same star over and over again? I could be like, Gimmick is awesome. Ah, there we go. All right, we're up here. So now we got that kind of Mega Man vibe going on, and now it's just some, decent, precise jumping. This is very easy secret compared to what's coming later in the game, unless you do that. Oh, wow. Well, there we go. Wow. Okay, so at the end of that section up there that I haven't gone to yet is a secret item. Every level has a hidden secret item. They start with just being things that you get out with simple jumps. Eventually they become things where you get one shot at a ridiculous star jump while you're falling down a giant hole. And you hope you make the jump, and then you hope you get the item, and if you can make it to the end of the game without continuing and getting all the secret items, then and only then can you get the happy ending where you actually save your friend. It is ridiculous. I've never done it. I've never gotten the good ending of Gimmick. It's way too hard. And again, the person who... Oh, look at this. Now, this is something I just love about Gimmick. This is pointed out again by Frank Cifaldi, the great video game historian that turned me onto this game the first time, and he has a much better video about Gimmick you could be watching. These fish are just here to be beautiful. This is just a thing that's here in the game, and this doesn't seem like a lot now, but on the NES, this was just unprecedented for somebody to be like, oh yeah, by the way, we're just going to make this pretty thing to work with here, and we got kind of a nice transparency effect within it there. It's just like, la la la, we'll put it there for fun. And there's more than one spot in the game that's like this. We're just like, oh yeah, this is evil, I remember this. Yeah, this we're not fooling with. That's just, I don't know, what sometimes referred to as old-fashioned NES bastardry. So I killed him with that. Now, you can get across here with a star jump. Oh, man. All right. Somebody's asking some questions. I'm going to pause here. Did the fish swim away when you get close to them? No, they do not. Did I ever play Thrilla's Safari? That does not sound familiar to me. No, I don't think I played that. Precise jumping like that's my favorite part of platformers. Yeah, you got to play this. Somebody got the secret jump yet. By the way, I want to thank you. You could be doing anything right now. For some reason, you're watching an idiot play Gimmick. So I really do appreciate it. All right, let's try not to fall in the hole there. You know it's coming. You know, just like, all right, let's get up here, kill the worm. There are bosses. There are evolving mechanics in the game. Oh, why did I again? Okay, so you know, you should just not make the same mistake twice. So I'm absolutely supposed to go up here to kill the worm and avoid that guy. But then I think I'm supposed to make a star jump to actually get where I want to go. Yeah, all right. So if I use this, the problem is it's momentum. I'm not overshooting the jump. The momentum of the game actually carries me there. Hey, look, there's a much easier way to do it. It doesn't involve me. Now, again, you have the options to do these star jumps to get crazy places that you couldn't otherwise. Oh, that jerk. Okay, at least he's going. All right, now I could go get the potion, which I kind of need. Or I could just try to make it the simple way. You've got a little bit of momentum. Even when you land, you slide. It's just, it's hard. The control's really precise. It's not bad control. The control is not the problem. It's quite deliberately designed this way. Oh, here's a little electrical jerks. I remember these guys. Okay, here's another place where being able to star jump comes in handy. If you practice enough, you can get up there and get that potion. And the potions actually do become important. I haven't done a very good job explaining how the game actually works because that would be helpful. And I mean, who wants that? We're not going after that right now. Oh, crap. Alright. Now we're just going to Mega Man our way. Oh, or we're going to die on the waterfall. Yeah. And there we go. Game over. And guess where the continue takes you. Oh, yeah. Old school NES, my friends, back to the beginning. So anyway, that's Mr. Gimmick, or Gimmick as it's sometimes called. Okay, so we've got some questions here. Let's hop into the chat for a second. All right, let's go down the little bit here. Saturday night, this is better than the plans I never made. Same, that sounds like me. You don't have much Twitch viewers that like retro games. That's true. I mean, I don't do this much. This is really more for fun. As I explained before, I thought about sharing my video game collection one game at a time this way. I am actually better at some games than Gimmick, so some would be more interesting to watch. Kebabs is talking about PC. Adam's Family, Fester's Quest. Yes, I did. Oh, that game. It's like all the parts of Blaster Master that you hate, but it's also a Sunsoft game, which means it has awesome music, just like this jam in Gimmick. Let's see. Persistent memory of enemy states. It does a lot of advanced things. It really, the decorations, the music, which is done by the Capcom VRC, or not Capcom, probably the Konami VRC6 chip. No, this isn't VRC6. What am I saying? No, that's a different game. This is Sunsoft and their custom chip. And I forget the name of the custom Sunsoft music chip in this game, but it's doing things the NES can't normally do. Wow, I'm doing a terrible job. Joystick control would be beneficial? I don't think so. The game controls fine. I just suck. I mean, I'm just really, really bad at video games. This game's really hard. TurboTax action. No, we're not going to have some of that, but we will have some other. I got a big pile of games over here I can plug in. I want to vote from the chat here. Do you want to stick with watching me die in Gimmick and try to get to the end of the first level, or would you prefer I move on to another cartridge here and just plug something else in? You guys, give me your vote. I'm kind of curious. Let me know what you think. Also, Chloe, how bad am I doing? I really need to know. If you're still here for some reason, as you can tell, I'm not the most engaging, leader here in the retro space. Wow, I don't even. How do words work? All right. Oh, I almost went right off. Oh, I did. I can. That's not even that hard to jump. That's like a. I should have warmed up before I got in this chat. I was just excited because I finally had my gear. Oh, these jerks are going to come kill me. All right, let's see what the chat's saying here. What's the chat saying? Yeah, new game looks like the consensus. All right, so we're going to a new game here. Give me just a moment. I'm going to reach over here. A giant. Oh. All right. Let's go to a game that's hard to screw up, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna unplug this. You're gonna see the Retron 5 is gonna yell at me here in a second. Yeah, cartridge was removed. That was not an error. So here we're using a Retron 5, which is a HDMI hardware emulator, whether you put a real cartridge in and that allows you to play retro games on the fly. Let's see, that high-powered graphics card is getting some use tonight. You're right about that. You know, ET, I do have a 2600 here, but the Retron 5 can't do 2600. I have a 2600 that I mean to stream, but I've got to use a FrameMeister for that. All right, so we're going to play one of my all-time favorite video games. This is a sentimental favorite, also another Famicom game. And you've heard me talk about it a lot, and now you too can play it on ye old Nintendo Switch. But we're not playing on the Switch. We're playing off an original cartridge, which apparently I did not connect well enough to the cartridge slot. Let's try this again. There you go. You're blowing it. You hear that? Got the Nintendo sound right there. All right. Let's see what we get now. Unknown cartridge. Let's see. This should work. Yeah. Let's see. The pound HDMI converter for the Elgato. Yeah. I think there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, one of Jared's very favorite games in the whole wide world, Mecha Fight. The blow in the cartridge actually works. Ryan's saying it seems to. I can't prove the science behind it. I've heard people say that it has to do with wetting the connectors, or that maybe it's just that you're trying over and over again. But I still do it. You know, for all I know, it's. And by the way, in Japan they do it too. If you watch commercials about old Japanese game. Okay, so this is Mecha Fight. Now, this is not the fully unlocked version. This is a cartridge I've got that I had laying around, and the save state on this is based on my Retron, I think, so I don't think we're going to have all the characters unlocked. Only 8 of the 36, that's right, 36 fighters on an NES/Famicom fighting game. 2-button fighter. And I think that I actually kind of love 2-button fighters. Okay, let's get out to the menu here. This is the training mode. We don't want to be in the middle of this. So let's just reset here. There we are. Okay, so here's the beginning of Mecha Fight. In the laboratory, we have Sukapon, who's now an assist trophy, thank God, in Smash Brothers. He should be a fighter. One day, perhaps, he will be. Wow, 46 if you were here for some reason. Thank you. Again, I do not deserve your love. Gotta fall asleep, but enjoy popping in. So you stream more often? Yeah, it's odd. I don't do it much. Maybe I should. I never thought I was particularly good at it. You know, I like to play games, but I'm not very good at playing them. Chloe popped in earlier, and then I think she left. So I don't know. Chloe, are you still here? I need critique. Chloe's an excellent streamer. She streams Silent Hill. I watch sometimes. And here we are. Look how happy Sukapon is. He's just like, hello, I'm dancing. All right, let's play a video game. So this is a pretty classic fighting game. Now we could do a story mode, or we could just do versus computer. I think I'm just going to do like a versus com straight fighting here to start. But that's story mode right there. I'll drop down to fighting mode here. And as you can see, it's all in Japanese with a little bit of English for the select controls. But all the fighters have unique movesets. And again, these are just the starting 8. There are 36 of them. 28 of them have unique sets. And then 8 of them are effectively body doubles. Sukapon, I just love because he's a big pink robot. So why are these guys made out of bubbles? The NES couldn't handle... the NES simply could not handle creating very large sprites like that without special hardware. Even late in its life, it would have been extremely difficult. So instead, they broke the fighters up into a smaller or a large number of smaller sprites, and they just separated them on screen, and this allowed them to get around the technical limitations. So we're going to play against this computer guy here, and off we go. It's a knockdown-based fighter. You do have 4 special moves per guy, as well as a huge collection of throws and low and high attacks and at-all, etc. You've only got A and B to work with, so you're using your combinations of, you know, Hadouken-type movements or back-and-forth charge attacks. Or, for example, you see as Sukapon, I'm doing this kind of charge thing right there, and I can do it both flat and aerial. I also have the ability to throw my head at my enemy. Ooh, he just threw me. Oh, he threw me hard. There we go. Ah! I'm kind of button mashing right now because I'm going to play this in a little bit. So you see that our life bars are pretty close, and this background is actually one of the more bland backgrounds. There's a lot of very colorful backgrounds. For what the NES, understand the NES could only show 16 colors on the screen at one time. It could not show large sprites. It only had 2 layers to work with, the background and a forward layer. It was tiles. Okay, you see what happened? I won that round, but all that happens is I get a little life back. So I win the round, my life recharges a little, he gets a full recharge, and then one of his hearts drops down. So I will be fighting at sort of a disadvantage. This is used to kind of keep you fairly close. It's that Nintendo philosophy of blue shelling. You're still ahead, but you're not as ahead as you might be in a standard fighter where there's a full recharge for everybody and you're effectively resetting. Instead, the damage that I took last round is still hanging around for me. And so right there, I had to put my own head back on. Alright, so he's recharging there. So now you see where even though we've each won 1 round, we're kind of about even. Now it looks like a bunch of guys just jumping about. Oh, I just threw my head, but I threw it wrong. Oh, there we go. I love throwing my head at people. I mean, just any game where you're using a head as a weapon, Dynamite Heady, and a decap attack, and things like that. That's, yeah. Who doesn't want to spam head throws, right? But, I mean, yes, it's silly, and yes, the moves are fairly limited, but you recognize everything from a fighting game. It's about spacing and distance, and also about having to approach every battle differently. Like this guy that I'm fighting right now, he likes getting close to the throw. I'm trying to use aerials on him more because he's less effective against that. Let's see. How did he got here? But he's actually beating me right now because... Oh, look at that. Sukapon, you can do better. There we go. Sukapon's throw is awesome. It hurls the enemy all the way across the screen, which is great because I'm fighting this guy close, but really what I should be doing... See, there's another thing. There's no back wall. You've effectively got infinite scroll. You can get back the whole way. So he may chase me around like this. Oh, there we are. Finally. He closes with me. So as Sukapon, I'm fighting wrong right now. What I should be doing is trying to build distance and keep him at bay and then use my... Oh, he's coming down for a... Then use my lightning kind of off in the distance attacks, my long throws, but I'm not doing any of that. Instead, I'm going to get killed. Right now. It's pretty horrible how you die. Your little fighty robots. Oh, there we are. Yep. So, as you can see, I have a tiny bit of life left. He is fully recharging. This is very bad. I am not going to win this. But I'm going to try. Ah! Damn you! Oh, and there we are. And I'm going to die horribly. I explode. Oh my goodness. Oh, Chloe's there. Hi James, how you doing, man? All right, Chloe, I need your critique here. She believes in me. I appreciate you believing in me, Chloe, but I could really use a pointer. How can I be a more engaging streamer besides babbling here? Let's see. This is Robot Rayman Fighters. Yeah, I like that. I really do love this game. I think I've probably built it up far more than anybody else. Or not anybody else, pardon me. Lots of people know this more. I built it up far more than maybe impressions will be met by, and people are going to think this is the second coming of fighting games. But it really does just... Uh-oh, I accidentally entered training mode. Crap. Yeah, let's get out of here. All right. But I really do think that it's an exceptional technical feat for the platform. Something that shouldn't be possible. And is. And it's a darn tootin' loud of fun. I'm a big fan of two-button... I keep talking about two-button fighters. Things like Capcom SNK on the Neo Geo Pocket Color, or a couple of the Game Boy fighters. Most fighting games on the Game Boy suck, but there are a couple of good ones. Some of the little SNK-themed stuff worked really well. Fighting games where it's about the fundamentals of space and timing more than anything else. Dive Kick's a lot of fun for that reason. And some of that's just because I'm not good at fighting games. Duh. I mean, what would it be? Let's see. Okay, let's see. Download Streamlabs. You can put fun things on the screen. Oh, I don't have any fun things to put on the screen. I should do that. That's excellent. Okay, so I need to download things. All right, chat. What are your thoughts here? How can I be a better streamer? I need your advice because I'm just learning. I'm not a particularly adept babbler. Out, down you go. No, this guy's... Look at... He knocked my head off. Did you see that? What a jerk. Ow, man. He just likes to spam that. He really does. All right, we're going to spam him. So this is fine, one player, and the story mode's very good. I'm showing you just basic fighting mode, but the story mode takes you through a map and little, you know, you encounter 36 robots gradually, and there's drama. Why am I keeping the same background? That's irritating. There's so many backgrounds in this game. I got the same one twice in a row. Those are randomized, if I remember right. So, oh, Sukapon, you're letting me down. Don't keep talking about being a bad streamer. Oh, okay. Add a face. Who would want to see my face? Yeah, maybe I should. I've got a camera here, but I'm so funny looking. I don't know what that. I don't know. I have a facial brand. Being Jared, like, I have learned, like, I'm a kind of a funny looking dude, and that's not necessarily a bad thing in this business. I am bald, I am rotund, I am bearded, and I can be drawn by like 16 by 16 pixels. So that's not bad. I love that the AI is tearing me up in a game that I can usually memorize wiping the floor with them. I think it's probably stream jitters. That would be my guess. I love talking with folks, and I love being able to be a part of community around gaming and introducing people to new things. But I do get nervous when I play and talk at the same time because, as I've expressed before, I'm not naturally gifted at video games. I play a lot of them, and I really enjoy them. But with a few exceptions, I'm not especially talented at them. Now, there are games I will clean up at. I think we all have those, right? What are your games? What do you tell me in the chat? What do you dominate at? What are you just so good at? I'd really love to know. What are the games that you just knock out of the park? Blame lag. There we go. I'm gonna blame lag. Good plan. NES lag. That's it. No, I think I'm gonna blame. I think I'm gonna blame that I'm not. Boy, it is fun to jump around with him. Oh man, come on now. I should be cleaning the floor with you. Let's see. Alright, COD, let's see what I got here. COD when I'm a tiny bit young. Epic Open World dominates at ordering pizza. Sea of Thieves. Oh yeah, that's good. Let's see. What do you think of Sea of Thieves now? I don't, and I should. That's the answer. I should give Sea of Thieves way more thought than I have. Crash Team Racing. All right, Tim and Double. Yeah, there we go. Pretty great at arms. Ooh, okay. Excellent. I'm jealous. Let's see. It's probably the most fun I've. Who said that? John said Sea of Thieves. So he's really enjoying that. Soul Calibur. Oh, I love Soul Calibur. You guys want me to keep beating up robots in fighting games? Or you want me to plug another cartridge into this thing? What's your call? Let me know, chat. What are we gonna do here? By the way, hi James. I'm glad you and Chloe are having a good evening. I hope exciting things are happening in the James and Chloe land right now. When are you streaming in Silent Hill next? I'm curious. I look forward to watching. I lurk in when I watch. I hope that the fact that I never comment doesn't trouble you. I'm definitely a lurker when it comes to chats. Let's see. Soul Calibur. I love that. Yeah. All right. What do we got? All right, chat. What am I doing? Am I gonna finish? I'm gonna move on to another game here. Somebody gotta tell me here. Oh, I don't know. I think I've lost them. Dropping like flies. Let's see. Oh, no word. No call from the crowd. New game. Okay, somebody says no new game. Oh, Silent Hill tomorrow? Silent Hill 4 tomorrow. Oh, Silent Hill 4, The Room. 4 o'clock PT. Alright, what are we going to play here? What do we got? Something. We've got a pretty big pile of video games over here. Oh, I know. Splatterhouse Wanpaku Graffiti. Alright, that's what we're going to play. We'll play some Splatterhouse Wanpaku Graffiti. That's right. That's a real game name. Anybody ever play Splatterhouse Wanpaku Graffiti? Stream some more so we can sub. Thanks, Dr. Dash. Yeah, streaming is something I do enjoy doing when I do it. It's such a commitment of time and effort, but I have thought about doing it more. All right. Let's get ready for this. Ooh, Crackdown, Gorilla, Just Cause, Playground stuff is go-to stuff. I like that. Okay, here we go. That's still saying enjoy Mecha Fight. Nope. Saying no cart inserted. Hold on. This is the joy. I'm blowing on the cartridge again. Using old cartridges. There we go. Splatterhouse Wanpaku Graffiti. Looking forward to this. So Splatterhouse is a running series in Japan and actually America as well. It was based on an arcade game. And eventually, I think there were 3 mainline games. They were probably most famous on the TurboGrafx 16. I think they came to Genesis as well. But Splatterhouse Wanpaku Graffiti is Splatterhouse Super Deformed Cute Game. So this is a horror game that's designed to be super duper cute and playable on the NES, or again, the Famicom. So since the Famicom couldn't handle the big pretty graphics of the other, instead they decided to make it ridiculously cute. I actually have a real soft spot for this game. So this is Jason's girlfriend. I believe his name is actually Jason. And Jason rises from the grave to be with her. And there he is, all cute in his little hockey mask with his big eyes. He's like, yay, I'm here to be with you. And she's so happy. But then, in typical video game form, things get really bad and an evil giant pumpkin head comes along and levitates her away. And you're like, what the heck, man? So you get out of your grave with your axe, and you go off. This will be your grave. Ha, 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 ha. Splatterhouse Wanpaku Graffiti, actually kind of difficult. And also a lot of fun. It's a simple, side-scrolling, stab-em-up. And again, for the NES, pretty darn colorful. I mean, look what's going on here. It's a Famicom exclusive. Did not come out in the United States on the Nintendo. So when I say NES, understand I'm talking... Oh, shoot. Well, that was no good. Understand I'm talking about the Famicom. Very cartoony, very pretty. But what I love about this game is there's always something new going on. Like, it's a simple side-scroller, but they change things up. You'll see enemies in this game that you like only see once ever, and then they go away. And that actually is kind of a hallmark of the series. Wow, I just got poked in the head by a cross. Okay, that dog's head comes back to kill you if you don't kill it. So you hit it, and then its head comes back to life and attacks you. Candy, Halloween candy gives you more life. I got stabbed in the head by a cross again. Man, pretty badly. Alright. Ah! Kill them! You guys hopping out of graves, just big, good. And then you get very quickly, the game's really more a series of boss encounters. And this is just some, that guy's giving me the finger. Do you see that? Do you see that vampire giving me the finger? And then totally violating all manner of copyright. If you listen to this music, somebody ought to be getting sued right now. That's all I got to say about that. But that vampire absolutely gave me the finger coming out of that grave. And now I gotta fight him. So he does this little dance number, and then he's gonna call down fireballs and monsters to attack me. I'm gonna fight off his minions, avoid. Look at that, he flipped me off again. He's flipping me off and attacking me. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, that was, yeah, I just died at the easiest boss in the game. Wow. Darkness crawls across the land. Yeah, so I got 4 continues. Actually, did I just use a oh, I don't want to use a continue. All right, hold on. We're gonna do a hard reset here. Oh, yeah, there we go. Because why would I use a continue on the first level? That would be dumb. Not when they're limited continues. It does have passwords, so I think the continues get a little redundant. And we're going to skip the riveting narrative intro, just kind of reminiscent of Ghosts and Goblins, or Ghouls and Ghosts. This is really a pretty game. I like the detail on the trees in the background. I wish this had come to the States. Nintendo of America was so protective. That I think stuff like this just never got a chance to live here. It's a shame. There's a whole subculture of video games that never came to the United States across several early platforms. Frankly, the vast majority of NES games we didn't get, those were a blessing, because they're terrible. There are, however, a lot of exceptions in the middle of that, and those exceptions make me regret not getting all the crap. Oh, man. What? Look. Oh, that's right. I can kill the crosses. Oh, my gosh. Look at me dying needlessly. Needless death. Flames from the side of my face. Oh, we do get to watch this groovy dance number again. And look at that guy. Look at that guy flipping me off. Look at this dude. Come on, man. Darkness does crawl across the land. Yeah, this is, I mean, pretty sure nobody licensed this. So, I guess this is parody? I don't know. But, okay, let's fight him here. Die. Welcome to Die. X-Men, no, it's X-Men. Welcome to Die. One of the greatest quotes in video gaming. Oh, and look at this! Oh! Hey, thank you, Mr. Nice Guy. That's really kind of you. Oh, my gosh. Wow. I am just tearing that up. Yeah, I got a hockey mask on. Yeah, he's like a little Jason. Yeah, that's what's going on there. All right, so let's see. Oh, thank you very much for that. It's cool not to lose count, right? Ah, count. Yeah, was that a Clue reference? Yes, Ryan, and that was a Clue reference. That is Madeline Kahn in Clue. Madeline Kahn in anything is the height of humor. All right, we're gonna take one more stab at this. That's right. Yeah, I went there. One more stab. All right, so here we go. Ah! Chop you in the head. It's not an especially, like, this level is really easy, so I'm kind of mad. I can usually get to, like, up to 4, no problem. It does get hard. I want to get to the alien room so badly. The alien room's kind of awesome. I'm going to show you guys that, if I can. It's this just hilarious scene where you find, like, a colonial space marine from aliens, and like the alien bursts out of its chest, but instead of one alien, it's just like hundreds of them bursting out. They just keep pouring out and filling the room. It's while this poor guy's writhing. It's all cartoony and adorable. So all right, so this is all I have to do is kill these zombies and dodge. The first video game I remember playing is Pac-Man. Arcade Pac-Man, I believe. That would be the time period for that. I remember my dad picking me up and holding me so I could play it and putting a quarter in. I also have a very early memory of playing Combat and Pac-Man on the Atari 2600 at home, because I think my parents bought the bundle around '82 that came with both. So I know I had the 2600 when I was 3, and that would have put it around that period. Oh my gosh, look at me suck. Speaking of references, Mega Man is going from suck to blow here. Gosh, it's not that hard. Just dodge. No, what? No, wait, what? Where'd he come from? Where'd he come from? All right, I can absolutely beat him. I just hate it because there's so much cool stuff to see in this game, and that I'm so bad you're never gonna see it. Oh, let's see. What do we got here? Way longer to finish than I thought it would. Oh, what's going on here? A lot of folks talked about something. No one sees it does again. All right, so what do you think? Do you guys want to see another game, or do you want me to keep trying to beat this stupid vampire and get to the end? What are your thoughts? I said it was going to be one more try. We've dropped several people here, so oh man, I do love that. Let's see, some folks here in the chat talking. I'm kind of wondering. Oh, you got a good discussion going on. All right, one more run. Oh crap! I didn't continue. You know, it doesn't matter. So this will be the time I make it, and then I'll blow ahead to the end of the game, and then I won't have the one continue I need to show you the ending. That's what's gonna happen. We know. What I need to do is just slow down. I'm like barreling ahead. So this game, you do much better if you just hang, like, you move up, you find the enemy. That's a safe way to play. You chop them, you repeat. If you're really good, you can dive ahead, but I just keep trying to charge at everything, probably because I want to show everybody how great I am at video games, because I'm the best. I sure am good at them. Oh, but really I'm just like, I want to show you guys something. I like. So far, I've lost 2 Joy Mecha Fight fights against like first level easy foes. I've lost the easiest levels of Splatterhouse like 4 times, and I couldn't finish the first level of Gimmick. So, yeah. Get good, Jared. Alright, we do, however, get to watch this guy give me the finger again and do his dance. Which, it's a pretty good dance. Yeah. Let's see, so... what else we got here? One more run. Yeah, one thing I've got to do, I've got my rig set up wrong right now, and I can't actually hear the sound in the game, so I'm having to go from memory about the whole Michael Jackson number. And I just keep walking into these guys. He's like, hello, I can't possibly be harmed by the one thing in the game that can harm me, contact with an enemy. You have this kind of slight slide you do in this, and you actually can use it to your advantage, but when I say slide, I don't mean like slide. You can't even duck. I'm a fan of games where you can't duck. I mean, I like ducking, but like it's pretty cool in Mega Man how you can't duck. This makes it... okay, oh, there we go. See, this is like the easiest fight ever. He's like, peace! Down he goes. Alright. Here we go. Now we move forward. Next part of the level. Ah, delicious hamburger. Sperm ghost. That's what that looked like, I think. Yeah. We kind of all agree that was a sperm ghost. Alright. Do-do-do-do. And then is that whatever that is? Oh, there's some candy in there. I do love the candy. Alright. Let's see what we got here. So, again, pretty primitive, but for the NES, darn impressive. They leaned into the super deformed, like, cute guy aesthetic for Jason here. I believe his name's Jason. Okay, so what do we got? Oh, is this the Poltergeist room? Yeah, this is totally the Poltergeist room. So, this is just an endurance battle where the Poltergeist is going to throw everything in the room at me, and I've got to destroy it. And again, this is another one of those sections where, if I remember right, this is like the only time in the game this stuff gets used. That's what I think is impressive about Splatterhouse Wanpaku Graffiti. And also that same thing we were talking about earlier with Sunsoft's Gimmick, is there's just tons of stuff you only see once. What I'm going to do is practice at Gimmick and get better so that I can show it off some. And you guys don't have to like watch me being super duper lame. Let me eat this hamburger. There we are. All right, moving on to the next section. What do we have here? Oh yeah, watch your head spin around. It's great. It goes all Exorcist. It's like the cutest Exorcist ever. It's like, yep, slam those, and then her head pops off. Video games are cool. Oh, and now they poltergeist again. So I gotta dodge the chairs and hit the head. Yeah. Oh. Again, not exactly rocket science, but... yeah, I see. I'm staying on the ground. He jumps fine, but I end up running into the enemy if I jump. You see what happened there when I tried to jump? Half the time I just end up running into the head. I'm not doing well here. I was doing fine. I need to jump forward. Ah, got him. Or her. There we are. So pause for a second, check the chat. Let's see, the Dark Souls of 8-bit games. Actually, it's not actually all that. This one, the Dark Souls of 8-bit games, I think, is probably Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, which we should play together sometime. That was not a sperm ghost. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Gimmick gives a good... feels like good. Yeah, if you want to speedrun Gimmick, good luck. Just finishing Gimmick, you kind of have to be a master. And again, you can finish Gimmick eventually. You can get good at Gimmick. I have Be Garbage of Cesspool. Ha ha ha. There's a t-shirt for you folks. Be Garbage of Cesspool. But getting Gimmick's secret ending is almost impossible. I defy any mere mortal to do it. I'm sure human beings have accomplished the task, but I've never met them, and I don't believe that they exist on this plane of reality. Wow, I just walked into those completely static spikes. That was pretty great how I did that. What do we got here? Oh, these jerks. What is it? Why spiders? Now, like, these spiders are kind of four-legged. They're like, you know, they're not eight-legged freaks, they're four-legged freaks. So they're kind of half as scary because they only have half as many legs. That's my theory about that. And going up here. It's just a collection of kind of unique situations. Oh! Yeah, oh, yes, that's right! In the poltergeist chicken room. So these knives are going to fly around, try to kill me. Well, I killed chickens that are popping out of the oven. Because this is what we need more of in modern video games. We need more chicken fights. More chickens reanimated, leaping out of the oven. Well, ever play Commander Keen? I did. Oh, that's for kebabs, yep. This Jazz Jackrabbit discussion going on here. Alright, what do you think? We done with this one? I think we're going to pop one more game in just for fun. So hold on just a moment. Get in the big old box of games. One more call. Oh, and we dropped some of them. Oh, that sounded great on the other end of the mic. Sorry about that, y'all. Let's see. What are we going to play here? We'll play a game I'm actually good at. For a minute. I'm going to say I'm actually good at this, and then I'm going to, like, disgrace myself in front of you. Watch. So this is one of my all-time favorite video games, released both in Japan and the United States. In my opinion, this is the best NES platformer that doesn't have the word Mario in the title. And frankly, it can give the Mario games a run for their money. We'll be playing the Japanese cartridge tonight, but there's also an excellent American version of this game. And the reason this game is so incredibly, fantastically wonderful is that you can't jump, and yet it's a sublime platformer. Ladies and gentlemen, Hitler no Fukatsu, Top Secret. Top Secret, the resurrection of Hitler, aka Bionic Commando. That's right. So, Bionic Commando is an absolutely terrible Capcom arcade game, converted to a pretty terrible home port on places like the C64. And Capcom, when they came to porting it to the NES, looked at the arcade game and went, this really won't work within the NES's capabilities. And so what can we do about this bionic arm thing that allows us to create a kind of a new game around that core mechanic? And as the good folks at Retronauts have observed many times, they succeeded in making a game that is far, far, far better than the source material. As a matter of fact, it is one of the all-time great platformers. So what we got right here is, yeah, playing Gimmick with Jared Petty for 30 seconds. I probably should have changed that. You're right. I probably should have popped that peg in there. So we're playing this Japanese version, which still has Hitler in it, as well as a lot of the Reich iconography. When this was brought to the United States, the censorship decision was made to remove most of the Nazi imagery and replace it with something a little more palatable to what was considered child-friendly. In Japan, they came out with this, and the idea is the Third Reich is being reborn. In America, these guys were called, I believe, the Bads, the B-A-D-D-S or B-A-D-D-Z, or sometimes the Nazis, which is, I mean, kind of ridiculous. So first clue when playing Bionic Commando Top Secret Resurrection of Hitler is that you do not land in the first area immediately. The very first thing you want to do when playing this game is collide with a truck. Why, you may ask? Well, that's because this allows you to enter a special top-down combat mode. This game is a side-scrolling platformer, but every time you hit a truck, you end up in a special top-down version of kind of like Capcom's old Commando. Why is that so important? Well, because this is the only way in the game to get continues. There are certain enemies in these stages that drop eagles. Collect the eagles and you get continues. Don't collect the eagles and you have no continues. And Bionic Commando, not an easy video game. For example, right there, I just died. So I'm off to an auspicious beginning here. You can tell I'm definitely in my Bionic Commando shape. Alright, there's an eagle. Alright, so now I have a continue. I can rest easy. There are 2 enemies that'll drop continues per each one of these top scrolling stages. Obviously, this does not look like a particularly impressive video game, and it's not. Although it is pretty cool to swing your arm around your head and deflect bullets and knock people around. But the point of that was not to show you the best parts of the game, but just to get stocked up for... and this truck's going to turn back around and hit us again. So what you do is you end up with 4 continues if you do this simple bounce around. You can see I have a weapon select screen. There is a huge arsenal of weapons, items, customizable loadouts, at least for this period. I mean, the way you choose to approach a level in Bionic Commando gives you way more freedom. Oh, look at there. Way more freedom than most games in the period did. You really can choose... Oh, I fell off the cliff. I'm going to lose skill. Oh, look right there. Dying right off. So I'm like, yeah, I'm good at Bionic Commando. No, but fortunately, it doesn't matter. We've got the continues now. Look at that. So we're fine. And that's all we wanted, was a couple of continues in case we screwed up. So you can always choose to descend or to move to a new area. The red areas are neutral zones. We'll talk about them later. But the white areas are stages. So you cannot jump in Bionic Commando. Here you are, a cool guy with a gun and sunglasses. Captain Lad Spencer or Rad Spencer, or Captain Lad, depending on the mythology. You can shoot a bionic arm diagonally, up, or to the front, and you can shoot your little gun. You get more guns later. You cannot leap. So how do you get around? Like this. With the greatest of ease. And it is redonkulous. And once you get a feel for it, the early levels do a very good job of showing you how to play without challenging you too much. But once you get a feel for it, you are in stages where you don't touch the ground for 10 swings at a time, and then you leap away immediately while you're dodging airborne enemies that are attacking you at the same time as ground-borne enemies, at the same time as giant moth monsters. Then there's small humans with jetpacks and helipacks and giant albatross robots, and you fight Hitler, and it's just a weird game, and I really love it. So this guy is giving me very helpful advice that's not helpful at all. I always have the option to go to these computers. Every stage you have to go to a computer, and you have to talk to your allies so they'll open a door for you, and then you can choose to hack the enemies. This guy is warning his friend that the elevator on this level is broken. If you read that same text in the American translation, it says, beware of the elevator, which is a very strange translation, but get you right. These guys are dropping these little packets you notice here. Now, you notice the top left of the screen, I just got my first life bar. You do collect life. This game has a progression and experience system to it. As you can see on the bottom right here on my status screen, there's an L thing. Each of those little things they drop is my experience effectively for leveling up to the next level. And every time I level up, my maximum hits rise 1 point. So I hit the last threshold, now I have 1 hit point. So I can take 2 hits without dying. When I get up to 15 of those things, once again it'll advance to 3. And the number keeps getting higher and higher, and I'll be able to continue to accumulate more life. Between my loadouts and my life experience progression system, those things were all things that would not have worked in an arcade game, but that were perfect on a home console. So you've got all kinds of groovy capabilities you're going to develop. But even at the beginning of the game, you can do some really neat stuff. Let's grab this little parapack here. Let's shoot that. All right, so that's a potion. We actually don't really need that. Oh, I walked in there. See, I took a hit because that guy took more than 1 hit, and I forgot. I got cocky. I forgot the guys with the big old guns take more than 1 shot to kill him. So, yeah. That's cool about the screen. Missed my shot to get this. Oh, that guy's gonna. Now the enemies are not. They're not super smart, but they will come after you if you're below them or something. They don't just stay. Oh wow! I can't believe I died there. Yeah, this game has great music. As a matter of fact, the music in this game, as you go a little farther on, is incredible. I'm embarrassed to have died there. Without trying to be like Mr. Man or any of that, I can kind of whip Bionic Commando's butt up one side and down the other. So I think that was just a casualty of talking while playing. At least I'd like to tell myself that. You can also just bounce the guys around with your arm, which is cool. And you can grab things. Oh, there we are! The largely useless but mandatory force field that all games must have in this period of history. Does it do any good? Not really, but hey, you have it. I think that's a leftover from the arcade game. One of the very few parts of the arcade game that actually makes it into this. But this may not look like much, but this is a freaking epic. You can take the levels largely in the order you choose. You can equip yourself to deal with them in different ways you want to, and practically every level introduces new mechanics. There's a combination of exploration, awesome boss battles. The music from stage to stage just gets better and better. There's pretty bodacious secrets, including a giant shortcut all the way across the map. So that guy warned us that the elevator was broken. We have to be careful. And this is the way you get around if you want to use the arm to do pretty much everything. Because the bionic arm is just such a bodacious way. And when you get to a little more open level, I can hopefully show that off. We got some folks talking here. I want to say hi. What do we got going on in the chat? More iconic game enemy, bats, spiders, or snakes? Yeah, that's a really good question. I'm going for secret option D, birds. But that's only after playing Ninja Gaiden. However, I think spiders are probably better. This is one of many must plays ever. Yeah, this is a must play game. I agree with you. Do I know a bit of Japanese? A bit. Yeah, my Japanese is terrible though. Yeah, cover-based shooter. It seems like, but again, I want to get a little farther ahead so you guys can see just how freaking mobile you get. It's unreal how quick this game gets. There's this thing about 8-bit games that even though 16-bit games are so much more sophisticated and beautiful and you know, in almost every way a 16-bit platform is better than an 8-bit platformer at every technical level. But 8-bit games, a few of them like Contra and this, have this speed that's just almost unmatched. Even most 16-bit games on the Genesis and the SNES never really achieved. There are parts of Bionic Commando that are a couple of levels from here where you are freaking flying and yet you're in complete control. And I think the main difference is the fact that your character sprites were smaller. Smaller character sprites meant you could see more of what was coming. 16-bit games wanted to show off their graphics capability, understandably. And so they would make bigger sprites that would allow them to look more realistic, use more colors, use more detail. But the problem was the resolution of those things wasn't actually all that much higher than the resolution of the NES, and so that made the characters bigger, which meant you had to make the levels effectively smaller to cut, you know, everything proportional. Wow, I just died in the soldier room. This isn't even a boss. This is just a guy with a stick and his squad. This game has giant cybernetic bosses, it has weird super bosses, it has big robot bosses, it has a giant flying mega thing, and again, it has freaking, you know, like Hitler. You shoot Hitler in the face with a bazooka. But yeah, it's fun to swing around. Alright, we gotta go. Yeah, it is pretty late, isn't it? I appreciate you guys popping in here. I can see that. Oh, let's see. She came back from the kitchen. Oh, Chloe says she came back and you walked into Bionic Commando, or actually you walked into Top Secret: The Resurrection of Hitler, Chloe. So yeah, that's what's going on there. All right. So, oh wait, did I just drop in the same level? Oh, I totally did. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. You know, that's what I get for being late. Okay, so next time we play, we're going to start with this game, and I think we'll do a more detailed dive into Bionic Commando, because when I can show you some of the most amazing, like, incredible level design that goes into this game. It really is one of the all-time best video games I've ever played. Hopefully I can share with you why later on when you see some of the later levels and the ingenious design that goes in. Thank you so much. It's really a privilege to be able to just hop on and y'all choose to come in here. So thanks a lot. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Yeah, no, they really, yeah, all the Reich iconography in this game is pretty rife. They're trying to get across hard that the Third Reich is being resurrected. That's what the game is about. Let's see. Gunstar Hero some stream? Yeah, absolutely. No, although you want to talk about me sucking at games. Good lord, I'm terrible at Gunstar Heroes. Love it though. It's another of those great platformers. I prefer Bionic Commando, but Gunstar Heroes is just, there's nothing like it. That's another must-play for folks who've never played it. All right, friends. Thank you so much for popping in here. I'm going to go. I hope you have a good evening. Thank you for popping into the stream. See you next time.